Welcome back to another episode of Stacked. And today we're going to talk about overwhelmed by tech. All right. And we're going to start with the basics. So let's be honest. The word automation sounds intimidating, or it sounds like you need some type of degree or you need to hire an expert, right? You've got tools flying at you from every direction. Zapier, CRMs, bots, forms, apps on apps on apps. And you're wondering if you need an engineering degree to even start. I totally understand. In this episode of Stacked, I'm going to show you how to cut through the noise and start automating your business in a way that feels easy and even energizing. If tech makes you freeze, this episode will unstick you. Let's break it down. Let's turn tech paralysis into a thing of the past. You're not lazy, you're not behind, you're just overwhelmed. And it's because of the mass amounts of information that's being pushed on you daily. Most solopreneurs stall not because they don't want to automate, but because they don't know what tech actually fits with them. There's too many tools, too many tutorials, and too many gurus giving conflicting advice. So instead of building anything, you do nothing. This episode is your permission slip to simplify and test. Here's what you actually need. There are only 3 tech foundations you actually need to automate your business. The first one is a CRM. This is your business's brain. It's where all your contacts, your notes, and your activity should live. The second is a calendar tool. This books calls, sends reminders, and stops the scheduling ping-ponging. And the third one is a workflow engine. This runs tasks, sends emails and texts, and keep everything flowing behind the scenes without you having to constantly feed it or think about it. That's it. You don't need 12 subscriptions. You need clarity and connection between those 3. And that's exactly why I built Dallowry Flow. It wraps all 3 of those things into one login, one system, and one dashboard. All right, let's start with just one button. Let's make it even simpler. The button should be called book a call, get a free guide, request info, get started, right? Something along those lines. What action do you want the client to take? And behind that button, you need to trigger an action. What happens when they click the button? Are they going to be taken to a form? Are they getting a confirmation message? Are they going to get a nurture email afterwards? Or is it going to trigger a task for you to complete? You can also send them a calendar invite, or you can tag them and move them into a particular pipeline, which just helps you get a bird's eye view and filter your contacts based on the actions that they're taking. One button, one automation, and one massive sigh of relief. Don't worry about building a funnel or creating complicated follow-up sequences. Just create one smooth action that removes work from your plate, even if it's super simple. And then you stack from there. Each step that you take, you're going to build confidence, you're going to build clarity, and you're going to see possibilities that you didn't think existed before. Think of your business like a power strip. Most people are plugging into 7 different walls and running cords everywhere, and they're blowing circuits. And it's just creating a mess in the middle of the living room trying to connect all those lamps. Instead, use one system as your hub and connect the pieces to that. You don't need to master every tool, you just need to centralize the power. And when your system is tight, your energy returns, your brain gets clearer, and your customer's experience levels up. Simplify to scale. So, you don't need to learn more tech, you need to pick the right tech. Simplify and build one automation at a time. Start with one button. If you want help doing that with no overwhelm, no chaos, and no code, check out DallowryFlow.io, where we also have tons and tons and tons of templates between websites and automation. We built it for entrepreneurs like you who'd rather run their business than wrestle with software. Thanks for listening to this episode of Stacked, where we automate, elevate, and repeat.